Any question to me up to now about the first two objectives of the chapter 1? If your major is accounting, so this course is very more important than major of the student in UES. Because it's the foundation and the background knowledge for next course you will study. For example, financial accounting, management accounting, information system, and the course enrollment 47. You will study with the a lot of new courses set by the academic department. The training program is more helpful and more interesting with the other enrollment course set from 47 course only in the future. From 46 and previous courses, they study with the old training program, and you will study new training program. In your program, you will study some course related to IT, very needed, and the demand is very high. Okay, some information give to you. 47 is the first course, apply the new training program. I think you are lucky. The 46 before you the own program. Okay, any question up to now? I wrote on the chat box the learning objective 1, definition, classification, and user. Learning objective 2, concept and assumption. Concept and assumption. Right? Principle. Okay. Any question, any idea? Okay, we move to learning objective number 3. State the accounting equation and define X component. From this objective and so on, the content very important. Now, the accounting equation. The accounting equation is the equation set by the IASB. IASB is an organization set all accounting knowledge in the world. Give all accounting knowledge, accounting lessons, accounting rules in the world. IASB, International Accounting Standard Board. When you follow two accounting jobs, you should do with a lot of standard. Standard, what does it mean? Standard means the basic principle, the basic guidance for accountant to do with the real case of their company. Standard. For example, if you want to make a cake, you have to prepare 1 cup of soup, 2 small cup of sugar. For example, this is a recipe, this is the formula, this is the standard. And you can modify, add in or deduct or reduce something, depend on your smell or your field, right? The state. Yeah, that's right, but yeah, standard. So accounting equation is the basic, the very basic to accounting. Before coming to accounting equation, I want to talk about the component of accounting in any firm. Uh, I guess that when after 10 or 15 years after teaching at university, I will retire and I come home, my country, uh, hometown, my hometown, and open the new business, sell the food to the customer. Understand? Okay. For example, I sell milk tea to the client, to the young teenagers around my hometown. After 10 years or 15 years teaching at UEH, I retired. And I come home. Okay, one day I buy a lot of bubble, sugar, milk, tea, ice, something like that, and I put at the center of my house. So my mom asked me, what are they? So I will call them as asset. Please remember the content now, right? Again, after 5 or 10 years teaching at UEH, I retire and I come back my house. I open the new company, the big company, sell the milk tea to teenager. Today, I buy a lot of material for cooking milk tea. Understand? Bubble, milk, tea, ice, sugar, and some flavors. My mom asked me, what are they? I answer her, they are my asset. Understand? So, asset is the things you own. Please read the word very carefully in your text. OWNED is totally different with this one. O. O, this means you are deaf. Understand? Please read the word very carefully. So, my mom, today I have a lot of assets in here. Tomorrow I will open the company. Okay? Okay, student? Understand? My mom asked the next question. Where the company you have to buy this one? What does it mean? It means that she asked me, I bought them with the money from where? I said that 60% amount of this one I take from the salary when I taught at UEH before. Understand? Yep. Again, class. I take 60% of the amount of those one from the salary, the income got from UEH teaching. So the amount we will call owner's equity, and it is often abbreviated OE in accounting. So OE means the amount owned by yourself. That's your money. And I said 60%. Okay. And my mom asked, how? What else? How about the others? I said that 40% of those one I borrow from my friend to buy this material and I pay him later. Understand? I have a lot of money and I buy bubble, milk tea, ice, sugar to make the milk tea company. And 60% of that use my money and 40% use money I borrow from my friend. So the amount borrowed my friend will call liability. Liability. This part is very difficult, so please focus your thinking, uh, your brain about this one. So IASB said that this is accounting equation. It means asset is always equal liability plus owner equity. This is equation. This means the equal sign between the left part and the right part. So the left side of equation, we focus about the form. The form. Form this. Okay, you can see at the class, the table, the microphone, the laptop, the screen, the projector, all of them are assets of UEH. Understand? In your room, at your home, you have the bed, you have the chair, you have the table, a pencil, a laptop, a bathroom, a trouser, something like that. All of them are your assets. We focus about the form of capital. So, cash is asset or is not an asset? Is or is not? Yes or no? If the statement in your test said that cash is asset, right or wrong? Cash is asset, right or wrong? Right or wrong? Yes or no? Yes, cash asset. Thank you, Sang. Your right answer. Your answer is right. Good. Next week I will give you some plus. I will bring it out the list of students. I got the Excel file in my laptop, but I use the desktop of the US. Okay, now I will give you some example of assets more, right? For example, I sell a book to my friend. Okay. No, sorry. I have a book. So a book is my asset, right or wrong? I have a book. So a book is my asset, right or wrong? Absolutely right. Okay. Now, today, I have the accounting book for this semester used for the enrollment course 47, and I sell this book to my friend. But my friend, yeah, Cẩm Hòa, Cẩm Tú, yeah, thank you. And today, I sell the accounting book to my friend, but my friend do not give money now, and she give me money later. Understand? So, she is a debtor, and I am the owner. And I have to collect some amount from her in the future. So the amount I will collect her in the future is or is not an asset. You understand my scenario or my example, right? The amount one person will collect with other person in the future is or is not an asset? Yes or no? Các tiền, yeah, answer right. That is an asset. So please remember, if some amount that belong to you, that is yours. So they are assets all. Understand? Another example. Your mom give you 200,000 Vietnam đồng to go supermarket to buy something. Understand? So 200 Vietnam đồng is the asset of your mom or your asset. Now, student at home, do you hear my example again? Oh, Sáng, Hoa, yeah, right answer. That amount is the asset of my mom, not my asset, because that belongs to my mom. My mom just give me in advance. For my working, I have to do something as my responsibility for my mom. So this amount is my mom's asset. Okay, understand, class? And all over the world, we focus about the form of capital. We said that they are assets. And now, if we focus on the source of capital, this means you ask where do you get the amount? Where do you get money? In your pocket, you have the note of 100,000 in the green color. That is asset, right? In your pocket, you will have the note of 100,000 Vietnam đồng. That is your asset, right? Yes or no? Agree with me? Yes? In your pocket, you have the note of 100,000 Vietnam đồng. That is your asset, right? Yes? Understand my example? Yep. And now I ask you, where do you get that note? You said that. Okay. A lot of right answer. Sáng Tú, Ánh, Thái, Thái. Yeah, okay. Where do you get that note? And I said that I saved them for a long time. Okay? Or I borrow my friend. When I trace the source of the capital, I focus about two parts. The first one, owner capital or owner equity, the same meaning, and the next one is liability. So this means the two sides of the same thing. Please. In your hand, you have a note. If I focus about the form of the note, this amount is 100,000. You said that is my asset. But if I trace about the source of this amount, I said that is my saving or my borrowing. We focus about the owner equity or liability. We just only one note in your hand only, right? Now, up to now, any question? Okay, all thing I gave to you is described in the slide, right? It's very easy to understand now, right? The basic accounting equation. Basic accounting equation is here. Assets plus liability equal liability plus owner equity. Obligation, this means have to do something. It means obligate. Next week you bring it out the slide for your check note is easy, right? And if you have the money, you bring the book. I gave you the ebook. You bring it out for your easy to work and do the exercise in the book. The Vietnamese version, you just use if you cannot easy clearly, but please use the international book for um, keep tracing, keep your brain about the English word. Yep. Any question about the accounting equation and basic accounting equation? A equal L plus OE. Equity means owner equity. Owner equity. related to equity. Related to equity. We have four factor, four component effect to equity. The first one, investment. Investment, I invest some amount, investment. The next one, dividend. Dividend is the amount the company will pay to you after they get the profit after business, after doing business in 1 year. For example, I do the business of milk tea, and after 1 year, I have a profit of 2 million Vietnam đồng, and I give 1 million Vietnam đồng to my mom. This means dividend. The next one, revenue. Today is a lot of academic work. Please remember, revenue. Here, revenue is here, right? And the last one, expense. Expense. Okay. So the investment and the revenue will increase equity, and the dividend and expense will decrease equity. Again, investment and revenue will increase equity, and the dividend and expense will decrease equity. Remember, for choose the right answer of multiple choice. Classify the following item as a share, dividend, revenue, or expense. Very easy to classify. If you see the word at the academic term, for example, the salary and wage expense, you absolutely say that this will classify to expense, right? Rent expense, item A, will classify to expense as well. Service revenue means revenue, right? And dividend means dividend. So dividend, expense, revenue is very easy to classify. The difficult is about the asset, is difficult more. Okay. Any question up to now? This is the basic accounting equation. I will write to you about the expanded accounting equation. The owner equity means this is expanded accounting equation. You have three equations to remember. A means assets, liability, I means investment or capital. R revenue, E expense, and D dividend. In your test, they can use the three different words for replacement with the letter I. I mean investment, capital or stock is the same meaning with I. Depend on your test. Today is the first day, so you do not have any exercise. Next week, we will focus about the next content, and you have the exercise to do at home, and we will correct in next week. Maybe some exercise you can do. Oh, a lot of content is here, right? Yeah. You can do now. Very easy. We will do one easy example, easy exercise for your understanding. Now, when you study of this code, please take your calculator. Now, student at home, you can see the ebook, right? Very easy. Now, BE, practice exercise. Presented below is the basic accounting equation in $1,000. Determine the missing amount. This signal is the the yen of Japanese, right? It's very easy, right? Now, 1 minute for you. Please calculate them. They give you amount, the two component among of the three component, and they ask the remaining, right? Very easy. This is the mathematics of class 4, right? Student of class 4, you can start. The assets is 88,000 yen and liability is 50,000 yen. So how much is about equity? Very easy, right? This is accounting equation. And this exercise will not appear in your final test. You do not dream, right? It's very, very easy. So this is the exercise used for teacher, not to the student. Okay. Number 8. Now, student at home, please give me the answer for 3. Phương Hòa 38. 115 mã tích. Easy, right? $38, $115,000. And item C, how much is one? Yep, 34,000. Thank you. Exercise 1.5. Dial Cleaners has the following statement of financial position. You will study at the end of this chapter. Statement of financial position is very important to do the test. We have a lot of items, and in your book, we have 8 items. They require us to classify each item is asset or liability or equity. 2 minutes for your thinking. Now, let's start. Which one is asset, and which one is liability, and which one is equity? Exercise 1.5. 1.5. Okay. Now, accounts payable. Accounts payable mean, for example, I I buy from uh, something from the seller, and the seller do not receive any amount from me. So it means that I do not pay the amount. So I will call accounts payable. This means the money to pay the supplier. And this is, that's right, Nguyên Nhi, liability. Cash, it means asset, right. Equipment. No, equipment is asset, not equity. Supplies means supply is assets, right. Account receivable is account receivable. Asset, right. Not payable. Not payable. Liability, that's right. When you see the word payable, you get that. All of them is liability. Salary and wage payable. I will make the difference to you in the later. What is the big difference between the salary and wage? I'll tell you later. In the chapter 3 is very important, right? And share capital, ordinary everything. Share capital. Share capital. Okay. Now, learning objective 4. Analyze the effect of business transaction on accounting equation. Analyze the effect. Effects mean impact. Business transaction. Now, any question about the objective number 3? Okay. Before move to the learning objective number 4, the last objective. Oh no, no last. The near final, right? We have a 5 objective. We have to make clearly difference between what are different between the transaction and event. Okay. What is or what are the difference between the business transaction and business event? The transaction and event, what are different? Please remember, the accounting just give the concern about the transaction. They ignore all of event happen in the company. Ignore, pass away. In one day, as the company has a lot of things happen, they should classify things as the two parts. What are transaction and what are event? All of event pass away. They don't care. They just take all of transaction and write to accounting book. Understand, class? How can they know that which one is transaction and which one is event? Event, not even, right? Event and transaction. Again, accountant just take transaction and write them to accounting book. They ignore, they pass away all things happen like as event. But how can I make difference? Assets equal liability plus owner equity. If one thing happen, effect two. Effect two. One of three components in equation, they are transaction. If they do not affect any component, they are event. Understand, class? Now, student at home, this is very, very important. The one, two, three first chapter is very important for testing. Again, if something happens and it affects to one or two or three components in equation, they call transaction. If they do not any effect, any impact, they call event. You can see the example. You can see example here. The first one, purchase computer. This is event or transaction. So you think that purchase computer. This is effect to assets or liability or owner equity. Which one? Effect or do not effect or no effect? Effect or no effect? The company purchase computer have effect or no effect? Yes, it has effect too. Which one? own no equity may be right, but it's not directly. When I see that it's very directly to effect to asset, right? I go to Phong Vũ Computer in Nguyễn Thị Minh Khai Street. I bought a computer, so it's my asset, right? So purchase compute, yes, Cẩm Tú, right answer. So this this thing happen, I will call them. This is transaction, and if I accountant, I will take them to the book. Okay, understand class? Number 2. Okay, I will zoom. Here, this one. Discuss product design with potential customer. I am a customer and I want to build a new house with any decoration. Very beautiful. The only one architecture, only one sample, only one size, only one the unit product in Vietnam. And I come to the company and I discuss with the architecture how to design them. This is event or transaction. Effect or no effect? No effect to asset, no effect to liability. My company cannot take any amount from the customer. We just discuss only. I do not pay anything to customer. I do not collect any amount to customer. Something like that. No liability, no owner equity, no asset. So this thing is called event. It means that accounting do not take this thing to books. So you see that in the last. No. No means don't record. Here, this one. Thank you, Hòa or Hoàng. They lose some letter, right? Yeah, the last one. Pay rent. Rent, what does it mean? Right, Cát Tiên, Ngọc Ánh, and Sáng. Thank you. Pay rent. Rent, what does it mean? That's right. That's right. Rent. So, for example, company rent a house as their office, and 1 month they should pay 10 million Việt Nam đồng. So this thing is event or transaction? Transaction, because it affects to asset and liability. Why? You use their house and you have to pay the rent to them. It means that before that you are the debt some amount because you use their house. Now class, understand? So before coming to the detailed exercise, you think that you have to classify in your test. The tester give any event to make your mistake and give the wrong answer in your test. You understand my point? For example, in your test, they will give you 10 transactions. If they are a not good person, they add 1 or 2 events, and you think that that event are transaction, you record into book and you calculate and you give and you take the result and you tick in your multiple choice, you wrong answer. Understand? So before going into the detail, please remember classify transaction or event. If event, you ignore all. You take only transaction for your test only. Any question here? Analyzing business transaction. Identifying accounting transaction. Any question here, student? Okay, now, okay, today we will stop today, and I take the last content for next week because we have 10 transaction is effective. It's very important. So please help me. The first one next week, bring the slide out. The next one, read the remaining part, the rest of chapter 1 at home. And next week, we will continue of this one for the end of chapter, and we will exercise and move to the chapter 2 if we have the time enough. Okay, thank you. We stop today. Thank you, class at home. Any question today? Okay, if you do not have any question, you can move out the Microsoft Teams and see you next week. Again, reread the slide at home. Which one? What are they? Yep, thank you, my lovely student. Okay, thank you. You can go home now. Right? Thank you. Student, you can come to the learning LMS system. You can download the file and book in the future next week. Yep. Thank you for today. Thank you, and see you next week. Goodbye. Yep. Thanks a lot. Thank you. I hope that today you understand clearly about the lesson. Okay. Thank you, class. Goodbye. See you next week.